is your real customer? Who is your customer? About your product, about your service. Who is your customer? This is the problem most entrepreneurs, most business owners, they have this problem. When you ask them, who is your customer? Some of them, they don't have any idea. They believe, oh, people would see. Everyone is not able to buy what you are selling. Everyone will never buy. Now, if everyone is not going to buy, it is also useless to do marketing to everyone. That is why marketing segmentation is mandatory. I give you an example. Let's say you are having X product, and you want what I call the people from Kigali or from your city to buy. And that is your market. Now, in my understanding, everyone from your city will never buy. And again, it is also useless and hard for you to sit and believe people in Kigali or people in your city will all of them buy, because you can't satisfy, you can't supply, or like the people who are living in your city. You cannot. That is why you need what I call the marketing research. Of course, you identify who can buy your product, who can, let's say, afford your product, who can use, who need. Now, I give you an example now. Maybe I can write. Who can buy? Who can buy your product? This is the number one. Who can use your product or the service? Who can afford? Affordability. You know, I may want to buy it, I can use it, but sometimes I cannot afford. So now, who need? Now, so you need to sit down and you identify who is my real customer, because once you identify who is your real customer, this is what we call in the marketing, like a marketing research. You do research. You need, I have seen some entrepreneurs, they just go and spend their money, they borrow money in the banks, they get loan, and sitting down and developing their product, and you are wasting your time. Before you do that, you need to really understand who is your real customer. Everyone will never buy, my friend. So one marketing strategy that I can advise you, if you have a business, if you are planning to start a business, you need to sit down and identify your own customer, someone, prospect, and clients, to identify who can buy. This is what I did when I was starting my business. I remember in 2018, 5 years ago. I wanted to start by offering, the training to the big company. So I sit down from that period, and then I made a list of 100 companies that I was thinking like they can afford and use my service and coaching and training specifically to the sales team. Now what I did, I sit down, I identified, I made a list of 100 companies that I think they had the product and they have a service. Once I identify and made the list, I send the email. Unfortunately, no one has responded. All of them, they say, no, we are not interested. But that is the journey. Now, what I did after 6 months, no calling, no one is approaching, I changed my business model. I send a letter again to them because I know they need my product. Maybe they didn't have a confidence in me. So I send the email to them. I say, okay, is there any way I can do free training for your staff? So now I started by giving free training. Now after free training on sales, customer care, leadership, improving and sharing my strategy on how they can increase their sales revenue. Now later on, they realize, some of those big companies, they realize, Benjamin, he can work with us. Can we do a contract? That is how I started. Now, that is why I'm giving you this. I'm sharing my secret. You need to sit down and identify who is your customer. Know about your customer, because once you know them, you will also sit down and see what strategy can I use to meet them, to approach them, to talk to them, because you know them. Okay, you need to know about that. Is the strategy number one, to really understand and have a profile of your customer. Because once you know them, what they do, how they do it, you'll be able to penetrate to them. I will share that with you. So number one is to market for small businesses, is to know what are you selling, who are you selling to.